I got my notes, got my camera, good to go. Hello everyone, today I'm making another video about veganism, and today I'm talking about transitioning to a vegan diet and some advice that I have for you that helped me. So the first one is to take your time and don't feel like you have to go vegan overnight. Maybe you're starting off eating meat, eggs, dairy, everything. Maybe you're a vegetarian now, but don't feel like you have to go vegan overnight. If you go slow and you kind of figure out, what foods you kind of want to cut out slowly, and then give it some time, like take out meat from your diet, give that a little bit of time, then take out dairy and give that a little bit of time until gradually you are 100% vegan. So I actually kind of tried veganism in like a 30-day challenge sort of way. I was vegetarian before that. And I thought, I'm gonna give myself 30 days and try out veganism, and I just never looked back. So take your time. There's no rule that says you have to do it in a certain amount of time. So yeah, just allow yourself to kind of play around with things before you decide if it's for you or if it's not for you. My second tip is to eat enough, especially like starches and grains and carbs. Like just eat enough carbs, because I actually tried going vegan in high school, but I just had no information, and I tried eating just like cereal and salad and nuts, and I failed. I think it lasted for like a few weeks, and then I went back to vegetarianism and I still wasn't eating enough. So really make sure that you're eating enough filling foods, potatoes, bread, rice, all those things that people have this misconception that they're bad for you. They're good for you. So eat plenty of those to keep your stomach full and fill up on healthy foods. That way you don't end up wanting to like binge on junky fatty foods and things like that and stuff that's not good for you. So fill up with like good whole starches and you will be set. My third tip is to keep it simple. So find a few dishes that you know how to cook, or even just eat really plain food. I think I honestly lived off of like this stupid little lunch bowl that was like white rice, avocado, and spinach and cucumber, and I would literally just eat that for lunch every day. Or I had this one quinoa salad that was, I think, quinoa, asparagus, red pepper, and rocket or arugula, and I just kind of like switched off between those two, and it was fine. Like your body needs to kind of adjust to eating a lot more food because you are eating more. So simple foods are really good for when you first go vegan, because your digestion is still getting on track, your body's still figuring out, what do I do with all of this food, especially if you weren't eating a lot before going vegan. So simple foods are really good, and have like a little meal repertoire that you kind of rotate between, so that way you have a few things to work with. Like have a good pasta dish that you like, maybe like a lentil dal, maybe a quinoa dish, or like a sushi or burrito bowl, oatmeal for breakfast. Just have like a few simple things that you can kind of trade off between, and that way you've got some staples going. Okay, my fourth tip, I'm looking down at my notes here. My fourth tip is not to set strict rules. So maybe you've heard about different styles of the vegan diet, like raw till 4 or 80-10-10, or like a paleo style vegan diet that's like high fat, low carb. Don't set rules for yourself. It's kind of a confusing time when you're transitioning to veganism, and if you just kind of let yourself experiment and see what works for you, then later on you can fine tune it. But it's kind of, especially if you're used to eating more like packaged foods or processed foods and you have to read labels now, or maybe you're just introducing yourself to vegetables for the first time, then you're gonna kind of need a little bit of time to learn. So don't set strict rules for yourself. You can fine tune your diet later. Just have in mind the intentions of why you're going vegan, if it's for the animals, for the planet, for your health, and just have that in mind, and then later on things will fall into place. The more you learn and the more you research and the more you kind of get in tune with your body on this new lifestyle. Okay, the fifth tip that I have for you is to follow other vegans on social media. I love looking at people's Instagrams, their YouTube channels, Tumblr, and people answer all sorts of questions on their social media. You can see what people are eating if they do what I eat in a day style videos, and they give you lots of advice and help. And it just makes you feel not alone, because maybe you don't know anyone in your real life who's vegan. And so having kind of like an online support where you can go and ask people questions and talk to people who are also commenting, that's going to give you some really good ideas about what types of things you can eat and all that kind of fun stuff. And my last tip number 6 is to find some vegan restaurants or vegan treats that you can have every now and again, because it's going to give you something to look forward to. Because if maybe you're kind of just eating more bland foods, or you're not eating out as much, or maybe you feel like you don't have as many options as you had before, then on weekends go and seek out a vegan restaurant, or go to the grocery store, or go to a special health food store and find like some treats that you can eat that are going to make you really excited about it. And that's not everyday food, but also feeling like you're not depriving yourself is really important. So make sure that you have something to look forward to and get out there, and you might even make some vegan friends while you're out and about going to these different places. So those are my tips for transitioning to a vegan diet. If you have any others, please let me know in the comments section. I really want to get to connect with more people who are interested in veganism or who are vegan, which is why I'm kind of doing these videos about it, or I'm starting to at least. So I would love to have a conversation with you, or have a chat, or feel free to ask me any questions. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for listening, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh my gosh, it is so bright. I need sunglasses.